Hey everybody, Madeline here to talk about this week's astrology. And I didn't think there was going to be a lot to talk about because the only major transits that are happening this week, but they're pretty big, is the Pluto going retrograde, which I did a long video about on my YouTube channel, so do check it out. And then we've got the Scorpio full moon. I was about to call it a Pluto full moon because it's going to be ruled by Pluto, which is interesting because Pluto went retrograde a week before Pluto ruled full moon in Scorpio. And by the way, I'm going to be doing talking with Amalia about that tomorrow on her channel, Karmic Kindness Live. So do join in noon Pacific Standard Time and ask questions. And if you know your rising sign, we can be more detailed. Um, so those are the two major transits that are happening this week. But there's also other stuff happening in the background, and it is worthy of note for sure. And what do we have? We have Pluto going retrograde, making a sextile, an exact sextile to Venus. See, 3 degrees retro, making a sextile to Venus, which is very close to Neptune still, that dreamy, ideal love, divine partnership, Neptune. And then, Pluto is past life connection, especially in retrograde. Divine soulmate, true love. You could call it twin flame or your other soul counterpart, true counterpart, true love, past life, multiple life connection, however you want to call it. But a rose by a rose, any other name is still a rose, as Shakespeare says. But anyway, so you're getting the sextile. So there's this retrograde energy where we're going into our internal selves, our depth, the depth of ourselves, connecting with what we truly desire because Venus in Aries is strongly connected to what it desires. So Pluto retrograde wants something that's closer to the soul so it's trining Venus, sextiling Venus, connecting with what it desires, which is going to cause Jupiter squaring the node, Saturn, us to change, to create actions, communication that changes our destiny. So, Pluto retrograde is connecting us deeply with our soul's desires, who we truly love with that Venus connection. But if you're already in your true divine connection, your true person, then you both connect on a deeper level. You feel very close to each other, and then you connect together on where you want to head to initiate your new beginnings, your soul contract, your dharma, your purpose to be together, the thing that the universe created you for, to expand your soul contract, to help the world, make the world a better place. Jupiter making a sextile to Mercury Chiron, where we've healed deep woundings this is all about Pluto's going to help us feel more empowered around. So Pluto direct issues show up that appear to be other people. Retrograde, you look and face yourself and shift something within yourself and change it because you can't control the outside. So with Mercury Chiron, there's very powerful healing communication. Right now, the moon is in Leo, so there's like courageous bold moves to communicate from a healed perspective. And then we've got, or to shift situations through healing, through communication that then trigger you to experience a more this time around because of the Pluto retrograde, a more healed response, but also because Chiron is making a very positive aspect to Jupiter, because Chiron wants us now to expand into our Dharma, what we're here for, our purpose with our divine counterpart. It's making a square to the nodes, which means all of this is going to shift our destiny, put us more on our ecliptical path, our true destined path, our soul calling that fulfills us, what we're here to really do. Um, so in between these two big transits, Pluto going retrograde, the Scorpio full moon, we're going to see a shift this week through our divine counterpart relationships or partnership agreements to take bold moves to initiate the new cycle, to initiate the new destiny, and to overcome communication blocks, the unhealed aspects of ourselves that are blocking. The unions are going to come up for healing. And then we go into strong mission forward motion here by mid-May. Venus comes out of shadow. And then don't forget the sun right now is, and Uranus is making an aspect to Saturn. So out any minute now, if these planets are aspecting any of your other Uranian or Jupiter or Venus parts, then Venus parts, you could see a sudden communication, sudden shift, sudden movement out of the blue happening, meetups, run-ins. But then we've got, so the sun's going to join Uranus next week when really big surprising shifts happen, but this happens every year. But anyway, but Venus rules this sun where the sun is, and Venus is in Aries. So and I mean, talk about bold, fiery, let's go, initiate passionate new beginnings. And then when Saturn moves into Aries at the end of this month, which I'm going to talk more about, we're going to start the foundations. We're going to start building the new life bit by bit, the dream new life, where we have ascended to through all this hard work we've been doing. And then Pluto is just making sure we continue to do the work because Pluto always does half the year in retrograde. It goes forward, it does 6 months out of the year retro, 5 months out of the year, but don't forget you got to count in all the shadow time because that's still impactful. So you're going back and forth over always over the same degree. So you're constantly shedding the ego and regrowing and shedding the old self and growing. Transformation. So we have to transform inside in order to create a better exterior, as within, so without. That's what astrology teaches us. So Pluto's making sure that we're transforming enough for these new that we have empowered, that we aren't giving our power away to something. All right. I hope that was helpful. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.